What's going on, people? Boy John here again. Lately, I've been coming across this concept called FOMO. Okay? FOMO. Which basically means the fear of missing out. Alright? I believe that this is 99% the cause of failure or complacency in the lives of men. It's mostly in the lives of everyone, but mostly men. Okay? Because this is what FOMO does. FOMO, the fear of missing out, it's in the name, right? Puts you into a state of fear, puts you into a state of anxiety. And all you want to do, all you're thinking about is getting out of that anxiety. But you're in a deluded, constricted mindset of scarcity. Okay, you're in a scarcity mindset. Now, the trick is, of course, all it takes is a little bit of awareness to really figure out if you're in a scarcity mindset. You just need to be aware of it, but the thing about the human mind is once we've adopted a certain mindset or a certain thought pattern, because it has such a strong momentum to it, we don't want to let it go. Okay, it gives us an identity, it gives us a sense of purpose. Doesn't matter how deluded the thing is, okay, it's going to give you that conviction, even though it's a misplaced conviction. So this is what caused me to fail in my first few streaks of nofap. Okay, common media narrative, pop culture narrative tells men that you are not a man unless you're fucking, excuse my French, but unless you're having sex with X number of women. That's common culture, common society. Western culture says that you need to be having sex with X number of women to be considered a man. This ideology, mindset, is going to be transferred into your friendship group, your family, even your own mother. Yeah, I've had my mother many times say to me, you know, John, why don't you have a girlfriend? Why are you not with a girl yet? I've had people who I've spoken to, older people, where they've asked me my status, you know, am I single? And I've always said I'm single. And they're like, really? Why are you single? And I used to take it as an insult, you know, they're asking me whether I'm single or not, and, you know, that's none of your business. You don't need to know whether I'm single or not. But I took it as an insult because I was like, well, I'm single, and this is just what I am right now. I don't need extra anxiety about it, okay? Because there's a lot of pressure, keyword pressure, from conditioning and your environment, okay, society, which says you have to be in a relationship, or you have to be getting laid X number of times in a year, okay? And here's the thing, we all know that mindless fucking, again, excuse the French, I do need to tone down the language, mindless promiscuity is something that we don't want to do as men. We don't want to do it. We really don't want to do it. That's why a lot of us find it really hard, and we say it's a struggle to find a girl, right? We say that, right? It's a struggle. It's because you're coming from a place of lack. You're coming from a place of fear of missing out. Okay, everyone's saying that you need to be having sex this many times. You need to be in this many relationships in your life. You need to be in a relationship by this point in your life. You need to lose your virginity by this point in your life. You need to have sex in this many continents at this time in life, right? There's a lot of this added pressure. So I was watching a video by Casey Zander, who's a really intelligent young man, went through the pitfalls of what we all go through, and he got himself out, and he's got a mindset that I very much find comparable to my own, which is focused on, there's a bug on my arm, fucking hell. He speaks about how your life should be focused on building a man of value, a man of character, a man of virtue, over external things. Okay, because contemporary narrative says that you're only a man unless you're having sex with this many women. Or you need to be this Chad. Yeah? Everyone loves that word, Chad. You need to be Chad or Tyrone. You need to be having sex with hundreds of women to be considered a man. and other men will then respect you. Okay, so you're doing it from a place of, I want respect from society, I want respect from men. Don't get me wrong, you're going to get the validation. When you've scored with X number of women, you will get the validation from your fellow man. You will. That's just a fact. But just like with all validation, it's short-lived. Always is going to be short-lived. All right. And when it comes to short-lived value, you're constantly then seeking for that same source or something better to give you the feeling that I'm a man. Okay, so that's why chasing women from that state of lack, from the state of I want to be accepted by other men, I want to be respected by other men, I do not want to miss out on this fun, quote unquote, massive quote unquotes, this fun that everybody else is having, I don't want to miss out on it. So you get guys who adopt a facade, a fake persona, the so-called masculine alpha male persona. You see it all the time. You see fake men everywhere you go. You've got these insecure men. You look at them, look in their eyes, you can tell that they're an insecure man. Instantly you know they're an insecure man. Instantly you know that they're putting on a front, a facade. Instantly. It's beautiful how quickly you can tell. But that's what the majority of men are doing. They're putting on a facade of fake masculinity in an attempt to convince women. I'm using the word convince for a very particular reason. To convince women to sleep with them. And to convince men to respect them. It's not who they are. It's not who they are. Okay, real masculinity, this is where the real funny stuff starts to begin. Real masculinity is not cultivated through getting women. Getting women is a repertoire. Is that even the right word? I don't know. It's a consequence of being a real man. That's what women are. They are a direct number to show you where are you in your masculine journey. Because women will naturally flock to you if you're a masculine man. That's what I found out. Okay, I found out that because of my principles and my values at certain times in my life, I was simply exuding a natural masculine aura. Okay, yes, I will what's the word, concede. I'm a good looking guy, I'm tall, I groom myself well. Yes, there's all the looks, okay, but I really honestly think that it was down to my energy, because I just had my principles in order, and I put my principles above a woman's looks. Doesn't matter how much I found her attractive, I still put my principles above a woman's looks. And if she was misbehaving or acting weirdly, I didn't tolerate it, because my principles come first. In times, this is why I'm emphasizing this. In times where I've then succumbed to a woman's attraction and I fell into neediness, and now I just naturally left my principles or virtues and started adopting the character of a facade, those are the days where I felt the most anxious, the days where I hated myself the most, and the days where I felt very out of control. I felt out of balance. Because I wasn't aligned with my purpose and I wasn't aligned with my will. It makes perfect sense when you look at it in retrospect, but at the time, I didn't know what I was doing. At the time, I was simply possessed. You can call it that. Possessed by the spirit of neediness. Possessed by the fear of missing out. Okay? My first streaks that I was doing on NoFap were all failed because fapping was the only sexual outlet for me. Okay, during these times. It was the only sexual outlet. When I met a woman, it wouldn't be very often. Okay? It was far and few between, basically. So, fapping, which stops you from being the real man that you're supposed to be, okay, was my main sexual outlet. Once I decided to quit that, I fell into scarcity. I fell into the fear of missing out. I was like, if I quit porn, what happens if I don't get a girl? What happens if I never hook up again? What happens if I never find a girl that's gonna like me, right? You hear this needy talk? So I always then went back to porn, because I was like, okay, well, this gives me the sexual pleasure that I'm looking for, that you should be getting in a woman with real companionship, because that's where it matters. Because it's not something that should be treated lightly. Sex is not something that should be a light subject, in my opinion. It is something sacred between a man and a woman who are in a companionship, who are in a bondage, okay? Throwing it around like it's a toy is a sign of declining times, unfortunately. It's the exact same as you're using other people to means as ends. Same with food, same with drinks, drugs, everything. The whole thing is exactly the same. It's the same principle. It's consumerism, right? So, the fear of missing out, if you're not aware of it, it can really destroy your progress on NoFap. destroy your self-development progress. Because I've encountered FOMO today. Okay, I encountered FOMO today because it's been, what, 3-4 months since I spoke to a woman. Okay, and I've been entering that real scarcity mindset. The mindset of, holy fuck, it's been so long since I've been with a woman. It's been so long since I've spoken to a woman. What happens if I lose my social skills with women? What happens if I'm not as attractive as I was before? What will happen if I never ask a woman out again? Okay, this worry, this anxiety about the future, things you can't control. Okay, you can control it when it's in front of you. You can't control it when it's in the future, when it's imagined. Your imagination is a lot worse than it is, and it's a lot better than it is. If you imagine good things, they will be a lot better than it actually will be. And if you think negatively, they will be a lot worse. Take comfort. Whatever you imagine in your head, it's always going to be exaggerated. The worst things and the good things. It's always going to be bad or good 10 times more than it actually will be. Because in real life, gentlemen, bad things are actually, you can deal with bad things. When there's a conflict or there's an issue to be dealt with, it's fairly easy to deal with it when it's there in front of you, because you kind of know what to do. But if you're anxious about it, you're just making it hard for yourself. So when you find yourself entering a FOMO period, the fear of missing out, whether it be with women, it's mainly with women, right? Most of the time, men are fearful that they're not going to get enough women, or they're not going to be with women. They're going to be lonely, all right? So they do stupid things then. And one of the most common things they do is they enter game. They start to learn game. They start to learn tactics. They start to learn PUA stuff. I did this. Okay, me and my friend, we did this in our first year of uni, because we both came from that scarcity, that lack. We didn't have women in our lives, so we wanted so desperately to find out, how do we get in and crack the code, so to speak? How do we get into that lifestyle? And getting into that lifestyle takes hard work. Getting into that lifestyle takes a massive sacrifice of your personal character. Getting into the game club lifestyle forces you to stop being who you are, or rather, don't ever be original, don't be truthful, betray your intuition, and only do things on a mechanical computer basis. It's naturally incongruous. Oh, that's not even a word. It's naturally incongruent, all right? Deadly path, because yeah, you'll be fucking loads of women. Excuse the French again. But it's a depthful topic, right? You'll be having sex, fucking loads of women, but you are naturally going to be left with this empty feeling in your stomach. Nothing's going to be enough for you, because you know you're sacrificing who you are. So true masculinity, the essence of masculinity, is doing the complete opposite of what 90% of men are doing nowadays. Yeah, it is. It's 90%. What 90% of people are doing nowadays. To be a true man is the complete opposite. You want women? You don't chase women. Yeah, the world is reversed. You don't chase women. You chase your fucking purpose. You chase your work. You chase building your life. You've got to chase that if you want to be a real man. Because at the end of the day, what do you want? Do you want women, or do you want to be a real man? If you want women, you'll get women, but you're not going to get the quality of women that you want. You're not going to feel good and satisfied and fulfilled. And once you get the woman, then what? Then what? What are you going to do? You're just going to have sex with her and do nothing else with your life? The grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it? But when you really give it some thought, you're like, okay, I want women. Why? Oh, it's because I'm feeling needy right now. I'm coming from a place of lack right now. Once I get the woman, precisely what are you going to do? Let's say there was a woman that said, right now I'm going to move in with you. Right now she's going to have children with you. She's going to marry you. What would you do then? You're going to fucking panic. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be like, oh shit, well, I don't have a job. I don't have a car. I don't have a life. I don't have hobbies. I don't have anything. What value am I going to offer now when we have kids? What am I going to do? You know, all of these questions should be coming into your head, because you need to really know what you're getting into. Okay? Am I saying having sex is a bad thing? No, you can have sex. Jesus, I'm not God. I'm not a dictator. You can do what you want. But just don't put it on a pedestal to the point where you're sacrificing who you are, and you're now suffering from low self-esteem because of it. Because if you suffer from low self-esteem because you don't feel worthy, because you're not getting enough women, or you haven't been with any women in some cases, okay, then it's a problem. Then it's an issue, because you're placing way too much value on another human being to satisfy your sense of lack. Okay, and remember, that sense of lack is always going to be there. It's just transferred to different things. You have to learn that what you want, what you have, is enough. Okay, so don't let FOMO destroy your true potential. Don't let it fuck up what you can be. Okay, because it's deadly if it's left unwatched. All right, gentlemen, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.